It's been really good, yeah, there's a great buzz around the room.
I mean, just look around, it's incredibly busy, there's a lot of hubbub going on. This is as much about networking as it is about learning.
Having these conversations where we think about how to bring science into the world of business.
It also inspires the next generation, which is really important for us to do.
The core elements of the conference have always been about communication, they've always been about collaboration, and they've always been about community building.
It's really important for us to be sponsor and mainline sponsor for this conference. The connections between science, business, innovation is really at the heart of what we're trying to do as a community here.
It's so brilliant to see so many young people in the room. So we've got to invest in that talent, retain our graduates, but we've also got to look at how businesses train their own.
You need to improve lives through STEM education, and my strong vision is that if you don't have opportunities for young people, you won't have a prosperous economy.
Well, one of the big challenges in science is bringing scientists out into the wider world of business and industry. And this conference is perhaps more than any other event in the UK has done that remarkably well. And it's such different worlds that we live in often. So we see conversations about values as well, what science should be doing for humanity, and hopefully bringing us closer to what the community needs as well as the nation.
Within the Business of Science Conference, what we've always had is a student careers session. So these students here have come from local colleges, etc., and they'll actually get to meet some of these younger people sitting at the front and just demonstrate that the variety of careers around STEM is absolutely huge.
We get to hear from industry leaders to talk about their career paths and give us some insights, and also it's just a great opportunity where we can develop our skills and think how we can apply that into our own careers and develop them further.
There are very few opportunities which allow children to come through the doors of a more academic or business-led conference, and what Steve has done is just open those doors.
The Business of Science Conference always brings out a great selection of really good speakers. Where we are is we're listening, we're learning, we're questioning the realisation of business and science. I mean, even the government has accepted the fact that you can have great science and great IP, but you have to have business to commercialise it and drive the economics. And part of the conversation we have today is about sustainability, economic sustainability, environmental sustainability, and how we deal with the social issues.
The commercialisation breakout session was brilliant. It had representatives from different aspects of commercialising new ideas, and we also had an investment firm. So it's fantastic to see and hear different aspects of what businesses should expect, some of the trends that you see when businesses are innovating and trying to take those new ideas to market.
I've found it most enlightening to understand a little bit more about the challenges some new startup companies have with gaining funding, and I think from speaking to the young people, it's interesting to know what they think their career development is going to be in a few years' time.
I'm particularly interested to learn about how we can get younger people into the industry. We have one of our younger sales managers here today representing Stork Group, and I know I've spoken to her this morning and she's very enthused by what she's going to learn today.
How do we ensure that our technical education system is appreciated as much as the fantastic universities we have in the UK? And I think there's something for us all to think about in terms of how we celebrate the diversity of people we already have in the workforce, but how we ensure that our routes to welcoming people in are more inclusive.
We need to collaborate to create good science, and we need to collaborate to realise innovation.
It's not individuals, it's interactive. And so is innovation. It's about interaction, building on the work of others and being driven by and interested in the needs and the interests of others.
It's all about supporting businesses to help them commercialise their product with the support of the great universities we've got in Manchester, Salford being one of them, to get their product over the line to commercialisation.
If you're thinking about joining in with the conference in one way or another next year, could be as a sponsor, could be as a speaker, could be as a participant, just go for it. It's brilliant fun. You'll meet lots of different people and you're addressing some of the issues that matter most in our society at the moment.
I think what you're going to find with this conference more than others is a genuine set of passionate people from industry, from academia. Where are people going? What opportunities are going to be out there, and how can we come together as a sector to make that real?
Yeah, I'd definitely say it's worth it. I'll definitely be back here next year, and the reason for that is not only from the networking that you can make with people you probably would never speak to on a normal basis. And I think when you get to speak to people from primary school and understand what their interests are, it's really starting from the bottom, and that's exactly what we need to do.